Hello, hello, reporting from war. I was supposed to be. So basically, I came to NYVD for this like whole candidate weekend thing, and what happened was on like the day before I was supposed to go home, Iran bombed some of UAE places. So because of that, our airlines were canceled, our interview got canceled, we were sheltered for a few days, and my flight got delayed. I've been living in UAE for more than in Abu Dhabi for more than expected. Ever since I hear like bomb noises just like out right outside our window. I don't actually see them because they happen like all the way up there because that's where all the military bases are. But here I only hear the voice. Yep. So I was supposed to leave today in like 9-ish hours. However, they decided that they're gonna bomb again. So I'm stuck for like unspecified amount of time, one more time. So I'm here with you. I was so bored. I wanted to like take my mind off saying this whole like bombing thing. You get used to it to be honest. Like at first it's low-key scary, but I mean like it's getting serious each day. But like yesterday, for example, I just like there was like an emergency saying like it was like ringing. I heard like some bomb noises. I was like I fuck it, and I just like went to sleep. I think they're bombing again. Oh, fuck me, bro. I don't know like what this whistling sound is. Probably bombing. I hope not. But yeah, whatever, right? So I was learning R. So R is just like a programming language that you use for like data analysis and shit. And why do I learn data analysis? I don't know. For econ, I guess. So I could have used Python. I don't know why did I use R, but whatever, right? I'm beginner. I guess that's why. So as a beginner econometrician, I was just like learning R, and then I saw like why not just like try to use my knowledge in R to like test if my theory about 6, 7, and atheism, right? So I did, and here's the code. I didn't write it by myself because I'm not that smart. But yeah, I use some parts with ChatGPT. You can see like whenever like the punctuation is like proper, like in this like ggplot thing, or here, that's the part that's written by AI because I was too bored. Like not bored, I was too lazy to fix the punctuation. I was like too lazy to write the whole thing. So here what we have, I'm just gonna quickly run you through like what this code means. So first we are loading some. Okay, first of all, how did we do the analysis? So on Google Trends, right? Um, I use Google Trends. I had like better um data sources. I was just like too lazy to like because the data is good. There's a lot going on, right? So I was just like too lazy to analyze them all. So I just use Google Trends. So what are we gonna do here is like we're gonna plot the 6, 7, and atheism on top of each other on like a specified time. For example, I'm using 2019 to 2026, right? And then see how they correlate with each other. And then after that, we're gonna try to find maybe there's like some kind of causation between each other. So I'm using Google Trends because why not? And as I said, I'm just like too lazy to use better sources. So this library gtrends r is what allows us to get data from Google Trends and then, like tidyverse, lower data zoo, all for like better coding stuff. So here what we're doing is here we're making the 6, 7 as a variable, and then on that we're loading the from gtrends we're taking. So as keywords, the C code allows us to take vector variables whose um, alternative maybe array in Python. So like we're using keywords like 6, 7 memes, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Oh fuck me. And geography, US time 2019, 1st February to 2026, 3rd May, interest over time. So this we are basing this. Oh, am I recording? Okay, I think I'm recording against atheism trend, right? Uh, and then, then, of course, like our data is not perfect, so there's gonna be like in R specifically, when we plot data, it's gonna give us some NAs instead of numbers when data is not available. So the thing right here allows us to just like take NAs as 0 so that it's easier for calculation. Next one, df variable. So we're setting the df variable, which what it does is that it does the whole like plotting thing, right? So this, as you can see a lot of like um greater signs sandwiched between two percentage signs. So what it does is just like a called pipeline. Um, I'm using like dplyr here. It doesn't come from dplyr, but dplyr uses it. So it just like breaks down and makes it easier to visualize the task. So I'm just like using that instead of like writing the code horizontally, I'm writing the code vertically, if that makes sense. Uh, Look, I sound like it's like really smart, but it's not that smart. Okay, okay, that whistling sound is pissing me off. I don't know if you can hear. You can probably not, but it's just pissing me off. Okay, whatever. So we're grouping them by date. We're just like plotting them against each other, and then like using data, we are using ggplot. Oops. Oh, okay. We're using ggplot to plot them against. So this is what it looks like. Like 6, 7 meme on top of atheism. It doesn't tell much for now. So what are we gonna do? Let's just like try to use like LM model, like linear regression. So a quick lesson, I guess. I guess everybody knows how linear equations work. So for example, in math, we have, can I do this? Can I do this? Oops. All right, I'm just gonna write this. So a y is equal to ax plus b. So this is like basic like linear equation. So um here what we're doing in order to find correlation, not causation, correlation. What we're doing is that we're taking y hat. Why does it have a hat? Because it's not like a um fuck, what was the word? It's a specified number, like it's not exact number. So it's equal to b0 intercept plus b1 times x1 plus residual value. Right. So here we're trying to plot this against. So as you can see here, our y here is we are taking the 6, 7 as a function, and here instead of x, we are taking the atheism as an argument, and then we're plotting it, which gives us, look, this graph right here. So what this is graph saying is, as you can see, there's basically no correlation, like no relationship between each other, because the line is always almost like equal to 0 roughly. Look, there are all, of course, like variables, which is just like random, right? So in order to like um clear out these variables, what are we doing is that we're using cross correlation function to kind of get an idea of like how like you know chronological are they, how like causing they are each other. So because all this could be white noise as well. So and then we run all of this, which gives us this cross correlation function here. So atheism 267. Um, on the vertical, we have ECF. I'm not gonna go into like what ECF is, like or like what lag is. So essentially, like as you can see, the only um, values that are um, significant here are the ones that go over the blue line. So everything else that's inside the blue line, we just don't care about them because they're no white noise. Do you remember like how in like normal distributions there's like confidence interval and then everything outside of that it's just insignificant? So this is like what they can see. This is just basically like ECF equivalent of that. So as you can see, there's like a lag is the ECF value goes over the blue line when lag is equal to -4. So what does it mean is that 4 weeks, there's like a 4 week like time lag between like atheism and what 6, 7. So um what it means is that um I'm just gonna read it from ChatGPT because I don't know how to put it in like non-statistic words. So I just use ChatGPT to help me put it in a way that you guys understand. Okay, let me find it. So it said, what did it say? The cross correlation function shows a statistically significant relation. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, suggesting that changes in atheism related searches precede opposite changes by about 4 weeks. However, the absence of consistent correlations across other legs indicates relationship is weak and likely coincidental rather than casual. Yeah, like who the fuck did not know it was not casual? So what it's saying is that there's like a first like atheism and then 4 weeks after just like a rise in 6 7. So like there's like a very short period of time because before one causes another, but like we don't actually have enough information to be telling they actually cause each other and it's like purely like coincidental. So yeah, that's all for today. That's what like peak boredom during war looks like, I guess. Um, uh, I guess I'm just gonna quickly edit this and upload it to YouTube. Um, Overall, NYUAD has been fun, I guess. I took a music course. It was fun. There was like a drum. I didn't get to play the drum because I don't know how to play the drum. But I was thinking maybe I can do like a minor in music, right? I hear bombs every here often. I really want to go back. Like the hotel. Hotel is okay. Don't get me wrong. But like, yeah, that's like low key. I look outside every minute to maybe like get a glimpse of a bomb or something. Some people recorded it. I'm not allowed to share any footage of like any bombs or whatever because of the laws here. You know how it goes, right? You know the drill. I mean, we are in the Middle East, so uh, yep. So that's it for today, I guess. I liked NYU AD. Um, they're like a rich university. Like whatever you say, just like, give it to you. Yeah, maybe I will commit. If I commit, that would be one of the reasons why, because it's how resourceful they are. I really liked how friendly the environment is. Like, yeah, I mean, diversity is okay. Yeah. Uh, and what else is there? Uh, I hope this whole like war thing is gonna be over soon. I need to find a way to get back to Uzbekistan somehow. I don't know until what time I'm stuck in Abu Dhabi, and I'm not sure like these bombs, they do not sound they're likely to end. I got used to it. Like at first, like it was like scary, and then I just like I now like hear them like at least twice every day. Like one, like say happened super close to our hotel. Even when I was in NYUAD, they just like there was like a bomb like on top of the Saadiyat Island. Like they get intercepted, right? And the thing is, after they get intercepted, the debris still fall on like the ground. So that's also like scary. That could kill someone or like some not someone's maybe someone's you know. Okay, whatever. So that was my remarks from the war. War is not really fun. If you don't want to participate in war, I guess just like don't do wars. I don't get the point. Shit, like every sound you start to freak me out. Okay. Goodbye, I guess.